talk and demystify terminology around cloud. We want to talk about customer needs and why customers look at cloud brokers, cloud aggregators, cloud service providers, all of those together. And I'm very pleased to say in doing so, we have two of the industry foremost folks representing both IBM and Ingram Micro here with us today to actually help drive this conversation. We'll make the conversation a little bit of stand up and deliver where each can represent some concepts, but the majority of what we're going to do today is actually answer questions, specifically your questions as well. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. And if I can ask Angela Trailhouse, please go ahead and give everybody, besides IBM, your background, what you bring forward, and then we'll move to Paul.
Great, thank you very much. So as Rolling said, my name is Angela Trailhouse. I started working for IBM 30 years ago. I only worked there for 15 years. Then I left and worked at a VAR for 15 years, a couple of VARs and a software provider, an ISV. And just rejoined IBM this past January, and my focus is on managed service providers.
Excellent, thank you. Andrew and Paul Hoffman.
Hi everybody, Paul Hoffman. I've been with Ingram about 2 years now. I focus at Ingram on introducing new services, new solutions within our distribution channel on the cloud side. I have been involved in all spectrums. I've been at service providers, I've been with hosting companies, been in the internet space. I actually was doing time sharing many years ago, which is probably the first cloud solution in the marketplace. So been doing this a long time, and looking forward to talking about it.
Excellent. Angela, Paul, thank you very much for joining us. Rolling Oaks, I'm a monthly columnist with Computer Reseller News for those of you who read the IT publication. I actually spend most of my time at the iPad Group as a consultant to service providers, hardware vendors, software vendors, to really help them understand many of the things you're trying to understand. How do they change their programs to deal with agents and VARs as a result of recurring revenue, managed services, cloud services, the ecosystem we're dealing with today? My background, I'm an IBM, Oracle, and BEA channel chief. I've spent the majority of my life working with folks like you. Now, before we get started, one of the things we'd really like to do is just get a feel for the room. Can I get just raise of hands? How many of you consider your primary business model to be a telephony agent, voice and data agent? Okay, great, thank you very much. Raise of hands, how many of you see your primary business model to be a VAR, a value-added reseller of some kind of hardware, software, or services? Okay, so about maybe 10% VAR, about 90% agent, does that sound right? Okay, excellent. That will help us just to ensure as we bring our comments forward that we actually bring them forward to the right audience. So what we're going to do first, just kicking everything off, is what I'd like to do is hand it over to Paul. Paul's going to go ahead and give us some overlying kind of fundamental principles from an Ingram Micro perspective. We'll then move to Angela. She will also do the same from an IBM perspective, and then we'll start to come back around to hit your questions and questions that we want to get out on the floor. So